for you too.
We are live, guys. What's going on, James?
Oh, I'm just enjoying this Saturday. Today's Saturday, right? I lose
Yeah.
track of days. Yeah, I just got off the phone with a friend, one of my old friends from. Let me turn down the audio. No, I'm not gonna do that. I just don't want the text messages to come through and beep into everyone's ears. But I just got done talking to somebody named Jared that one of my buddies I used to know from LA set me up with on the phone, and he was a huge watch fan, and we talked for like an hour and a half about watches. And I obviously mentioned your stream
Nice.
because I think you'll have fun talking to him. He's like one of us. He just loves watches, and he'll talk for hours about it.
Nice. I always
Well,
love
what have you been
talking
up to?
watches. Not a lot, man. Just enjoying the last couple nights of my vacation here. I got about 2 more days left, unfortunately. Then I go back to the regular work grind schedule.
Oh boy,
What watch you wearing?
I'm wearing a Seiko Samurai, the one I just bought, the
Nice.
SRPB 53, I think. Honeymooning with this one still, so I've had that on every day. Actually, it's hot here in LA, so I'm going to do this now. I'm switching it over because you know how it is where you get start getting like that rash on your wrist, and I have to swap it over. I should probably go ahead and put it on a NATO. Would be the best bet.
What's up, Jason? Got Design Atelier on. Great channel, by the way. I'm sure you've seen his channel, right?
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I usually watch a lot.
The little I haven't worn it enough. I actually threw on a different strap. It's the one in the picture in my avatar there. I'm wearing that little Timex midget, the JDM release, the one I got from Roman. It's like a limited edition, like 2,500 pieces. It's a fun little piece.
You know what I've been interested in? It's one of the Seiko 5s. In fact, Jared was telling me about it, and it's about a $300 watch. I don't remember. Bruce reviewed it. It's the white with blue bezel, and it has kind of like almost like a honeycomb. It has like that. It has that textured dial. I don't know what you'd call it.
I know which one you're talking about. He has the mesh bracelet on it, right?
Yeah. It's a really cool little piece for the price range. I mean, it's a Seiko 5 line, but I kind of dig it. I got my eye on that one.
I like the new field watch they came out with. It's kind of like the newer version of SNK.
Yeah, I like that too. That's pretty nice.
I thought about picking up one of the green ones eventually because that's for another one for $200-300. You can't really beat. And I feel like it's an upgrade over the SNK.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Did they what did they upgrade out of it?
I feel like they upgraded the movement. I think it might have upgraded to the forearm movement, if I'm correct.
It looks heftier too. It looks like it's an overall heftier piece because the other one was really tiny. And I think it came on like a canvas strap. What does this new one come on?
I think it comes either on a bracelet that's similar to the Hamilton, the new one that Hamilton came out with, similar to that one, and it also comes on NATO's, I believe.
Do you still have that? Do you still have your Hamilton?
I actually sold that.
You did sell it?
Yeah, I've sold, and it's Monday. I might have my turtle already sold, and
Really?
I'm selling almost everything off. Like I've been wearing, believe it or not, I don't really have a chance to wear my pieces that much.
Right.
Because I get so many pieces in, like whenever I'm at work, of course I'm wearing my beater watches and the Casios and stuff. Those get the most wear time.
How does that, when you're at your job, how, not to cut you off, but how much abuse does, because you do some more manual labor stuff, how much abuse do your watches go through?
They go through a good bit of abuse because we pretty much, we top stock toilets, like 90, 100-pound toilets. What's up, Joe? What's up, JCB? What are you guys all wearing? Yeah, we do, like 90-pound toilets come off the truck.
Oh, wow.
We top stock cabinets, vanities. Like it's definitely, they go through a lot of abuse.
Just so everyone knows, I can't unfortunately see comments. Maybe I should move up closer to the computer and pop the computer on.
Because I usually put the laptop on, and I just keep the laptop on mute, so that way you don't hear. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to show off and make use of my backdrop there, but you know what? It's not important. I'd rather see what people are saying. Try to get a little bit.
We got Average Joe Watch Reviews on here. I'm sure you've seen his channel before.
Oh yeah,
we have.
I mean, most of the people on your channel, I pop in, and I think I subscribe to most of them.
Six Killer, he's a regular. What's going on, Six Killer? Yeah, no more live streams. Yeah, just hanging around the house, like I said, kind of enjoying my free time. My girlfriend ended up going over to her friend's house for a little while, so
a little bit of yeah. Well, we're both bachelors right now. My wife's at what's called the Magic Castle out here in Los Angeles. It's like some place where you go to see magic shows and stuff like that. But so I'm free. I'm free for the night.
Nice. Not really your thing, huh?
What's that? The magic shows?
Yeah.
No, it's cool. I've been there a couple of times. You know what it is? I went to Disneyland not too long ago and I got a cold. It wasn't COVID. I tested for it. I've been vaccinated too, but either way, I got a cold shortly after that, and I've still got a little bit of a cough, so I didn't want to be around a lot of people again. Just got to heal up.
I hear you.
Hop on here. Let me see if there's any interference.
But Underachieving Watch Collector's on. He's wearing his Armida A1. That's one brand I've always wanted to check out. I've never had any Armidas in on the channel. I've been interested in checking out. I think, are they kind of along the lines of like Alpha watches, maybe? I feel like.
I'm not familiar with that brand myself. Let me see.
That or kind of like Helson. They have that Helson kind of style, I think.
Watch Lounge.
JCB is wearing his Casio Oak, his Royal Oak. Nice.
There we go. Now I can see the stream.
There you go. We got Bruce. Hopefully you're doing all right, Bruce. Bruce is recovering from surgery.
Hey, Bruce. What's up, man?
So hopefully he's doing all right. What you wearing, Bruce? You got the bluesy on? He's got that two-tone bluesy. That's pretty killer.
The two-tone bluesy, yeah. I like that one.
You've done pretty good this past year, haven't you? Picking up a bunch of different decent pieces.
Me? Are you talking to me or someone in this? You know, I sold a lot of pieces this year because I bought that Speedmaster, which I love. In fact, I was going to throw it on because I knew I was coming on stream. I wanted to do a double wrist thing, but I just didn't have. I forgot to toss it on. I was going to, I wanted to have two show-off things, two things to show and tell here. But no, I have had I think we always have, the two of us, a lot of watches on and off. I don't ever keep too many at a time. I usually only have about 5 watches. But I had to sell like everything toward the Speedmaster. It was a little bit more pricey. And but yeah, I'm down to like 5 watches. I think I have the Speedy, I have the Seamaster, I have the Samurai, I have that limited edition cocktail timer.
Yeah, that was a killer piece. I
love that little
one of those up.
That's a sharp little son of a gun, man. It's really nice.
For the price, you can't really, the Presage lineup for what you get for the money is a lot of watch, I feel like.
It turned me on to that line too, because that was my first cocktail timer. Some of the dials are just beautiful on those pieces. Some of the newer ones, especially. I really had my eye on the Seiko Samurai Save the Ocean that had that like textured flume dial with these manta rays, I believe, on it. I wanted that one. It was a little bit more pricey. I picked this one up for $300. It was like half the price. Yeah, I liked the Pepsi bezel, so I just figured I'll go in that direction. I wish I could blow up this chat so it's bigger. So
Underachieving Watch Collector saying Helson and Armida are probably made in the same factory. They have that similar look to me, similar kind of feel. So, and I know Helson's pretty good quality too, because I had a couple Helsons before.
Is Helson's a micro brand, isn't it?
Yeah, I definitely consider them a micro.
I used to always confuse them with Helios. Yeah, I like those. Those are pretty nice too. Had some surgery.
Yeah, he had some big surgery. Luckily, he's doing all right now.
Major surgery.
Yeah. But so how you still loving that Speedy? I tried one when I went to Raleigh, man. I can see why you picked that. And we were talking about the Grand Seiko before.
Yeah, the Snowflake. We were debating back and forth.
Yeah, I get why you chose the Speedy over Snowflake. I feel like now that I saw it in person.
You know what it was, Chris? I think it just fit my wrist better. And it was, for me, it was a toss-up. I would have been happy with either or. But at the end of the day, the Speedy just fit me better with that tapered bracelet. And I think the case is slightly thinner than the previous model. I could be wrong about that, but I'll tell you, it's become my favorite watch I've ever owned. Every time I put it on. And you know what? The thing is weird is that being a Hesalite watch, I was terrified I was going to scratch the crap out of it. But I haven't made, and I wear it a lot. And I've even worn it to bed a few times. I don't have one scratch on it yet. And I was hoping to, I told the viewers when I did a review that I'm planning on having, I'll show how you use that poly watch to take those scratches out, but I haven't formed enough scratches or any scratches to even justify making that video yet. And I'm not going to rush scratches on it. So I guess I'll have to wait. I'm impressed with how much the Hesalite's holding up.
Nice. This is such a versatile piece too. And it fits so many wrists great, like yours and mine.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's that size where you could have a bigger wrist and it'll look great. And I think because of the tapered bracelet, I mean, it tapers down to 16 millimeters, which is, it's quite the taper, and it looks elegant still. And
you can throw it on any strap too, pretty much.
I can't get the damn bands. I need better tools. I can't get the band. I tried taking the band off my Seamaster the other day for like 20 minutes. I gave up. I'm like, I'm going to strip this thing. I think I just need better tools. If you have the cheaper tool, it starts to wear out, the little C shape. I need a new tool because I wanted to put a NATO strap on my Seamaster. I didn't even attempt to take off the Speedy, but Yeah, I can't get the damn strap off that Seamaster. That's on there.
You probably have a local watchmaker. You can probably take it to.
Oh, sure.
They'll do it for you.
Yeah, it's probably the smarter idea, but
Jason's got a question. He knows my answer. What would your pick, James, be? The Tudor Heritage Chrono, or he's debating back and forth, or the Black Bay steel bezel?
Ooh, Black Bay steel bezel. Oh, the newer one.
The new one, yeah.
Or the Chrono. Is he talking about the steel Chrono or the
Heritage Chrono? I believe the one like Clyde might have had. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jason. I think maybe the new Chrono that just came out.
I got it. If it's the new one, I think I would go with that Chrono if you could find it. They're hard to find anywhere, but I'm really impressed with that new Chrono. It's a hell of a watch for the money. I just haven't been able to see it in person, but I've studied up on it quite a bit. You know, some of the bigger watch channels have reviewed it, and that's quite the piece for the price tag. What is it? I think it's like around $6 or something, right?
Something like that. I think if it's the one I'm thinking of. He's saying the blue Monte Carlo. Jason is.
I have to look that up. Ooh.
And then Underachieving is saying he just picked up an MOD Seamaster Homage, the Helson Shark Master. Those are nice pieces. I saw Rob did his video on one not too long ago. And then, did you see any of the JCB's asking? Did you see any of the JDM Bullhead reissues? We saw Bobby talked about the Citizen Bullhead on his channel yesterday. So JCB saying Heritage Chrono all day. Monte Carlo blue and orange. But the only JDM current Bullhead reissue I saw JCB was the one that they mentioned on Bobby Leg's channel last night. Was the Citizen for $300. That's not a bad one.
You know, I haven't owned a Citizen in a long time. What do you think of Citizen just as a brand in general? Do you think they're holding up, or
they're great value? I think for what you get, and the finishing is way better. Of course, they actually align, unlike Seiko.
I feel like they don't get enough credit, Citizen.
No,
you
they
know? Because that's one of the first real decent watches I had. I had a Citizen years ago, way before I was into watches. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I didn't even know I had a decent watch. I wish I didn't sell it. My friend has it that I know. Maybe I can get it and review it. It was interesting. It was a tiny little Eco Drive. It had diamonds around it. But, you know, I just feel like we don't talk about Citizen as much in watch review videos on YouTube.
The Pro Master gets a lot of love, of course, for like entry diver, and then the Blue Angels watch every once in a while. But as far as like the whole lineup, not really. What's
the one that's similar to? I think it's called a Nighthawk or something. It's similar to the the Seiko Chrono that I sold to you. I forget the name of it. Flightmaster.
I think you're thinking the Blue Angels, possibly.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
I've heard of that one quite a bit.
Yeah,
but
that was one of the first watches I wanted whenever I first got into watches, and for whatever reason, I never got one until recently. Of course, I've since flipped it, sold it.
You're talking about the Flighty or
well, both. I don't have the Flighty anymore either.
Yeah, it's one of those things you kind of own for a short period of time, and it's like an SKX a little bit. You know, it's kind of like you get it, you play with it for a while, and then.
And the thing about Citizen, a lot of people don't know, Citizen owns so many other brands. Like, did you see the Schwartz video I posted that Arnold the Son? The Tourbillon I posted earlier?
I don't. Wait, did you post it today?
Yeah, on the Schwartz.
I didn't see it today.
I've been kind of doing that now.
And wait, is that the $40,000 one you're talking about?
Yeah,
I saw that, yes.
Citizen owns that brand, believe it or not.
How did you acquire that piece? That's wild.
I did. Well, I was able to check that out when I went to ECJ Lux in Charlotte. They kind of gave me the pick of the litter at the store. That video is still trying to upload for some reason. I don't get what YouTube is taking so long. I've uploaded so many other videos.
It's got to be some kind of encoding issue or something.
Because it's just like stuck at like 99, 100% to upload.
It's just not loading it. It's like it's not loading in the lower quality, but you can't watch it at all yet?
No, not yet.
Weird. Huh.
So I've just been kind of teasing people with the little shorts, like the videos I had, you know, when I went, like I said, I had like maybe 6 watches and I had like $100,000 in 6 watches on a tray there.
Oh, jeez.
This is crazy. Cool to get to do. I was walking through the AD hoping not to drop the tray.
you had them send the Ernst Benz. Did I pronounce that right? I filmed it, but I haven't reviewed it yet because I just had a lot on my plate. But those were pretty nice pieces right off the top.
Yeah,
There's a cool little setup with the signing of the case and everything. Yeah. Did you upload on that one yet?
Yeah, I uploaded that a while. It's been a couple months.
I probably watched your video and used it as probably a reference to know what to film.
And it's cool to get to work directly with a company like that, because I mean, I know it's not like they're not marketed towards me or you really. I guess the watch nerd, like Ross was telling me, they mainly market towards people who already have the AP, or they already have everything pretty much. You know, they're not really worried about spending $5,000-$6,000 on.
You know, I assumed that they were the type of company that, you know, because the price range. I assume that the people that are going to buy those, they have everything. They have a lot of the bigger brands, and they're looking for something to kind of branch out and get something that's really, really nice that may not be as well known as like Royal Oak or whatever, or Grand Seiko. You know, find something like, because they were really well built. I mean, you could just tell, even looking at the way the rotor would spin in the back through the display case. I mean, it was so well oiled that you could tell when a rotor kind of falls and bounces a little bit. This one just it was super smooth movement. I was pretty impressed with that. And
I'm probably going to try to get the owner in a live stream sometime at some point. And he's pretty cool. You can tell when you talk to him, he's passionate about what he does. So,
well, just talking to them through emails back and forth, they were so polite and kind, and they worked with me really well. So I definitely appreciated that. And it was cool that they thought of my channel and that you recommended, and they definitely included me.
I figure you'd like to get a chance to see those. They're pretty cool to see, kind of branch out a little bit.
You know, I like being involved in like the collaboration stuff too. It was really cool that other watch channels were involved with it. You know, it's nice to come together with other people that do the same type of thing. It can be kind of introverted sometimes when you're sitting here editing and filming all by yourself. You know, I know you do a lot more of the streaming end, which I've been doing a lot more streaming on TikTok, which is crazy. And I think it's just because I never really stream on YouTube, so I wanted to stream on a different platform where I have a different audience, and it's been wild. I'll tell you that much. TikTok is a different animal altogether.
You said you've been getting a lot more viewers on there, huh?
Yeah, man, it's different than YouTube. TikTok is on fire right now. Like, I'll go in sometimes and it'll be slow. Then I'll go in and I'll have like 1,000 viewers, which I'm nobody on TikTok, but it's growing fast. I have like 2,700 followers on TikTok, and I just started it not that long ago.
Pretty good.
It's a different thing. It's really hyperactive right now. I mean, things go quick on there, and it's the topics I talk about. I talk about watches, but I talk about cryptocurrency. I talk about breakups. I'll have young people come in and they're depressed. They went through a breakup, and I'll just try to kind of tell them what I've done in my past breakups to get through it faster. It's just the conversation takes its own place based on comments. And I do weird things. Like, I get really scared getting shots at the doctor's office. I never got my hepatitis shots when I was a kid, so I've been getting those lately. But I actually brought the stream in with me, and I let them watch me in pure terror getting a needle put in my arm. You could see it in my eyes on the stream. I had 1,000 people at that stream. They're all commenting, "No, oh my God, he's getting a shot." It was just fun. It made that scary experience kind of fun, because I felt like I had an audience cheering me on, just like, you know what I mean? It was fun. It turned more of like a humorous thing.
For those of you guys, by the way, that don't know, he's got 2 different channels. He's been working on the one on YouTube for about, what, 10 years now?
It's like 11 or 12 now, the Great Gambino one. But
if you're into gaming, guys, go over and give him a follow over there. I don't know if you're into gaming. Then he also has the new watch channel you've been working on for how many months now?
I started that in January. It's about, we're going close to 500 subscribers on it, but I did over 100 watch reviews on the Great Gambino channel. But the topics like virtual reality and wristwatches, you know, there's such different things that there was no overlap. So finally, a lot of people recommended this for a while, but I finally split it off. It's hard to do when you already do so many reviews on one channel. It's like, I gotta start over. No one's gonna even know I ever talked about watches at all. It's fine. I'm glad I did it though. I have like 26, 27 videos up there. I mean, some of them are shorts and just a quick unboxing and stuff. They're not all reviews, but I'm glad I did that, because it's just, I feel like I can get more involved with the watch community having a dedicated watch channel. Because then when people watch your videos, they come, they're like, okay, he's into watches. But before, it's like they'll watch a watch video and then they'll come to the channel and they see all this virtual reality stuff. So it's like, oh, he's not really doing watches. So it kind of confuses viewers. And I'm just glad to make it a little more organized.
I gotcha.
Do you ever think about other topics? I think I remember you talking about possibly doing travel. Do you ever still think about doing that?
I thought about doing that, or doing like the local kind of, because Myrtle Beach here is a pretty big travel destination, like
Oh,
going
like
around here
hotspots.
and then like showing like the actual places that are good to stay and the ones that are bad to stay, places good to eat, bad to eat. You know what I mean?
You should do it.
Kind of been thinking about doing something like that
And I
possibly.
think you'd be really, really good at that. I mean, you're really good at talking to people. I think you'd be the type of person that would go talk to owners at restaurants and businesses, and a lot of times they're happy to get the publicity. So I think someone like you would be able to handle that really, really well. You should totally do it.
Thanks, man.
I think oh fun.
And I think, like I said, a lot of people come here on vacation, so I think that would probably do pretty good. A lot of people look stuff like that up on YouTube just to see like
Yeah,
where
I
they're
mean,
going.
it's a hot spot for sure.
So,
But if you travel.
So speaking of watches, by the way, you said you don't have any purchase plans this year besides the Samurai?
You know what? There's always a purchase plan. I don't know. It's a lot of times when the holiday season hits, like Halloween time, I like to have that black and orange combination. So I'm thinking about possibly getting. I like the new black, the Monster Black Edition. I don't know if you've seen that. I got my eye on that one. Well, I've never owned a Monster. I've seen Random Rob and Bruce and everybody talk about Monsters a lot. And
of course, the Monster is the one that I've actually kept.
That's another thing. You have one that you've had for so long, so there's got to be something great about it. That's like, out of all the flipping, that's been like a hardcore keeper for you. So, I noticed this and I'm thinking there's something about the Monster. I've never tried it. I've never done the Monster, and I think I'd like that PVD coated one. I think it's called like some kind of it's some special proprietary coating they have on it. It's supposed to be a little harder. But I'll throw that on an orange strap.
Versions of it. I think they have it in the Monster, the Sumo,
Samurai.
The Samurai,
and I think there's a tuna Samurai. Is it a tuna and a Samurai?
It might be a tuna, yeah.
I like the cool Sumo.
Looking. Somebody just posted the Sumo version on whatchamacallit on
there's
Discord.
a Sumo.
Yeah.
I saw a few of them at Feldmar here in LA. The ones I saw looked really cool. Yeah. They're sharp.
Underachieving staff should do watch reviews like Ocean only and Myrtle. Well, there's not quite that good a scenery in Myrtle Beach. I mean, we have the Ocean Underachieving Watch Collector, but it's not quite like Venice. It's not quite as historic as Italy. You never know what you're going to find here at the beach sometimes.
Oh, you can find it all. I've been to Myrtle Beach a few times. I've had some good times there.
Oh, dirty Myrtle.
It's a good time, man. Living in upstate New York, it was a dream come true to go to South Carolina. We didn't get to see the ocean or anything where I was from. I was in upstate, so it was really boring. That was one of the first places I went on a vacation to was Myrtle Beach. It was like another world for me at the time. Palm trees, oceans.
Yeah, Ocean knows how to. His editing is on par too. The way he adds music in and everything.
Who's that?
Watch this, Timeless Watch Channel.
Let me see the logo. I'm more of a visual. I gotta see logos. I've heard of Timeless. I'm sure I've watched him.
In Venice, he buys like pretty much every Rolex.
I'm probably subscribed to him.
But it's a pretty good channel. His editing is crazy.
I usually subscribe to everybody that's in your stream. The problem is because I spend most of my time on my VR channel, I don't end up. I only pop over to my watch channel like a couple times throughout the week, so I kind of fall behind on stuff.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I watched him. He did we were talking about it on Bobby Lake's channel the other night too. He did a great promotional video for Zero West watches, and it was pretty much like a documentary. Nobody even realized really towards the end that like it was about a watch. Like it went into the whole story behind how they made the watch. They got the parts from the airplane, but he went like a whole World War II documentary talking about the history and all that stuff. It was pretty crazy.
What's the channel name? I want to check out the channel. I'm looking at the chat over. If you see me looking off the sides because I have the chat over there, I'm trying to I don't see the message that he put.
Timeless Watch Channel is the name in those sins. I had emailed him, which he probably gets thousands of emails about doing a collab sometime, getting him in a live stream, but he's never replied back yet. So, just like I said, I'm sure he's got he gets probably like thousands of emails. I'm sure.
Yeah, no, but that one guy I talked to would be really interested in coming on your stream. I think you'll like him a lot. His name's Jared, and
okay,
yeah, man, it's I definitely think you guys will have a lot to talk about.
But and he's currently collecting now too.
Oh yeah, he just ordered 2 new watches. I mean, he's really, really. I think he's more into it than I am. Like he's really, really into it. You know, my friend was connecting me with him, I thought, you know, it was, oh, this guy's looking to buy a watch. You know, he's seen your videos. He wants, you know, sometimes people will call you. They have like questions about what they should buy. So I thought it was one of those type of things. But then I got on the phone with the guy, and I'm like, it didn't take long before I realized this guy knew what he was talking about. You know, he knew everything we know. He knows all the YouTubers. So he's like, he's probably interested in starting a channel, I would say.
Nice.
So I thought that maybe, you know, you're a good place for him to go, a good resource, because, you know, you have a lot of knowledge on it. So
definitely, especially he's got a pretty cool collection. You should be able to start pretty easy, go over his pieces he's got and everything, you know?
Right. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think he has a Black Bay. I think he's mentioned like Rolex. He's really into a lot of different pieces. He ordered some, you know, he likes some of the more affordable ones. So he was talking about this one Seiko 5 that's actually coming out. It's a special edition where it has a Pepsi bezel and like a gold sunburst dial.
Yeah, I know what you're talking. I think Bruce just was talking about that one too.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, they're doing a lot with that line.
They are. Which at first, when the Seiko 5 lineup replaced the SKX, I didn't like it, but now it's starting to grow on me.
It's growing. Yeah, me too. Because, you know, we wanted those specs checked off. You know, we wanted it to be, you know, we wanted it to give us everything the SKS gave us, the water resistance. You know, we wanted it to be a true diver. You know,
which
there's some stuff
realistically
they took out.
We're not going to go above the 100-meter water resistance anyway. So it's just kind of
no, we're not, and
finding something to gripe about, I guess.
I think we were hoping for like sapphire or something like that too, which is probably just not realistic enough in that price range. I mean, you're seeing it with some of the Samurais and stuff like that now, that the Samurai Save the Ocean, and it's, you know, it's not badly priced. That Save the Ocean had sapphire and ceramic, and it was around, I think, $600, which, you know, that's the price of like a Steinhardt or something. But for me, I'd rather have a Seiko with sapphire and ceramic.
And I
for
get
that
what
same
they're trying
price.
to do, and I like what they're trying to do. They're trying to get the new generation into collecting too, like around that price range.
You're saying like the Seiko 5 line? Yeah, for sure, because, you know, they have something for everyone's taste as far as the colorway setup. You know, they have almost everything, you know, whatever. If you want stealth, they have it. If you want like a rainbow dial, they got one now. You could go any way with it.
And then the Street Fighter editions are pretty cool too. Like they have limited edition Street Fighters.
Those were neat, right?
Yeah.
I was looking to get one of those myself. What was it? I kind of liked the Blanca one. It had like a green and yellow mix. It was pretty cool. Different looking, you know? Who do we got here in the chat today?
Got underachieving Jean-Claude Biver, not the Jean-Claude Biver, but he goes by Jean-Claude Biver. Six Cooler, Design Atelier, Blue Shirt Bruce, underachieving Watch Collector. Got a decent crowd in here. For how late
hello,
it is.
everybody. Thank you for joining us on this Saturday afternoon. I didn't even know I was coming on here until like 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. I'm thinking about doing the random streams because they kind of work best. I thought I tried to do a scheduled stream, but I don't think that's going to work with my schedule. What's up, Fran Walker? How you doing, bud? Because like I said, some days it depends on how work goes.
Yeah. I mean, because like you don't always know exactly what the hours are going to be, do you?
Well, I mean, I know what the hours are going to be, but a lot of times, like I end up working over, or I don't know if I'm going to work over or whatever. You know,
you're probably exhausted sometimes when you get out too.
So
I mean, you're lifting $100.
Yeah, JCB's in Australia, by the way. So it's probably afternoon, daytime there sometime. What time is it there, JCB? So he's in the.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's got his own channel too, Jean-Claude Biver.
I'll check it out.
Live streams.
I like to write it down here just so.
It's under his name, I believe. The name he's on here.
I can just click on it right here. Oh no, it won't let me. Won't let me click on it in the thing here. Kid free 100%. What does that mean?
That's he doesn't have a son. His son's into watches too. He's got a couple cool pieces for his son.
Oh really? His son's how old's his son?
How old is your son, Clan Walker? Is he 8 or 9 or 10?
Oh wow, he's already into watches at that age. Yeah. He's gonna be a pro.
By the time he gets our age, he'll have
can know everything.
Rolex, Patek.
Yeah, man, he'll have a serious collection by then. He'll have a serious collection by high school.
I know, right?
I didn't know. I mean, how old were you when you seriously got into watches, Chris?
I'd say probably high school-ish, around there.
Oh,
I would
really?
say, yeah.
I was later.
Yeah.
I'd like to say I was after college.
Okay,
I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
he's 15. He's still young.
Yeah, he's young. I mean, I honestly, I was in my 30s when I started collecting watches on a serious note. Like
Yeah.
I thought designer watches were like, I didn't know. I'd go to the mall and see DKNY, like Michael Kors. I thought, nothing against people that want to wear those kind of watches. I'm not trying to be a watch snob or hate on anyone. But there's a serious difference between like a quartz piece that's made by a designer company and something like even just something like a Seiko, that has.
It's better than wearing no watch.
I agree. We live in a world where most people wear smartwatches anyhow. So, there's nothing wrong with that either. It's just a different thing. That's a piece of technology that's like a gadget. The thing about smartwatches is it's a different thing. They're disposable, because you wear them for X amount of years and then they get outdated by the next thing and they kind of become almost not useless, but you know what I mean? You're not going to get as much use out of them when there's a smartwatch that does so much more. So it's like, but a watch is always a watch, no matter what the time is.
All you gotta do is just get it serviced, or in the case of this little Timex, just thrown in a battery and it'll keep on running.
Now I say that, but then I sell every watch I have within a year. So it kind of just disregards everything I'm saying because I don't keep it forever. But to be fair, I've kept my Seamaster and I really don't think I bought it for my 40th. So I'm not it's special to me. And my Speedmaster, I made decent money in cryptocurrencies. So it's like, they say going to the moon. That was supposed to be a quotations, but I did a whole hand instead. I don't know why, but it's like they say going to the moon. It's a moon watch. So I did that little connection there. That was how I justified blowing money on an expensive watch.
JCB saying he'd rather go naked than wear Michael Kors starring outside.
Hey, I was thinking it, JC, but I didn't want to say it because I don't want to sound like a snob here on the stream.
I take it back. I started out with Fossil watches. Was Fossil aren't
Me too.
That bad.
But again, I wore Fossil watches back. I had a couple of them, and my wife still likes Fossil watches, but her Fossil watch is not working, so I don't recommend it.
A lot of those actually have Seiko movements in them.
That's true.
Seiko Mecha Course, I think, in a lot of them.
They're not terrible, but there's watches that are meant, I think, to grab a hold of whatever the latest fashion is. And the problem with it is that they're designed to look good for what's hot fashion-wise right now, just like clothes and shoes and everything else, but they get dated in that way. I guess you could say that about anything, but some of the watches, like my Speedmaster's timeless. It looks pretty much the same as it always did.
And then it'll look the same 40 years from now, even. And
I like that about I mean, that's one of the things that, all right, it's not fair to compare a $6,000 watch to a $50 watch. I mean, that's kind of, I don't think that's fair, but one of the things I liked about that is I know I could wear it through every day for the rest of my life. And that could be a one watch collection. And I really don't need anything else. If I get rid of everything, I wouldn't sell my Seamaster either. But if I did have to sell everything, I would keep the Speedy. I really love it. It's my favorite watch I've ever owned. And I didn't think I was a chrono guy. I know you've had like the Zenith.
The Zenith El Primero, yeah. It just wasn't, it was too dressy for my lifestyle, I guess, for what I wear, for what I do. So I kind of had to force myself to wear it, if that makes sense. So that's why I ended up selling it. I could see myself keeping a Speedy or something like that. Though. It's a little more on the sporty side.
And you've had a Seamaster too.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll ever get another one?
I don't know. The one I do miss, believe it or not, is the Breitling. That's the one I want to rebuy, the Super Ocean Heritage.
Oh, Super Ocean. Yeah, that was pretty sharp, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The blue one, right?
Yeah, with the mesh.
I've had a chance to handle a few of those at the Breitling dealers and at Feldmar. They're nice. They got a big, thick dial, which is pretty cool looking. It's got a presence.
For a Breitling, they're kind of classy for a Breitling too,
Well, if I'm correct, there's not much on the bezel, is there?
No.
So that's why I think it's a little classier looking because they're a little bit more
like
clean.
A vintage kind of retro design. Clay Walker's saying he's been into it since he was about 10 years old when he got his one watch from father-son connection. That's awesome that your dad gave you that watch at 10.
It's what was the one watch? A Casio?
I'm
sorry, I'm reading two comments here mixed.
No, well, that's underachieving. He said he started with a Casio, the God tier. How's it going, Hotsy 90 knots? Casio, he's purchased 6. So what was your first watch, Clam Walker, that you got when you were 10? But yeah, that's like I said, I've been into it since mainly high school, and seriously into it for about the last 4 or 5 years, probably.
What's up, nuts? Hello, people that are popping in.
Probably getting a lot of the people that coming in from the long Archie stream. He had like 3 hour stream. I saw.
Oh wow, 3 hours, huh?
Yeah, I couldn't sit through 3 hours of that.
I haven't watched Archie in a while. How's he doing? Is he
I think he's all right.
entertaining as always?
He gets good viewers, but it's a little too much sometimes.
He's entertaining though. You got to give him that, you know.
Yeah.
He's well, he's like a Methodist actor, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Definitely a method actor.
Method actor, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a funny guy. I don't have anything bad to say.
Clam Walker said he's purchased 6 of the Casios. Those are great watches.
I have yet to own one of those, but they're pretty cool. Now, Chris, you've had a Casio.
Yeah,
right?
I had the red one. And the red just didn't sit with me.
Right.
I like the way it felt. I'm probably actually gonna get some his and hers. My girlfriend likes they came out with that new pink one.
Oh, cool.
I might get her one and pick up the jellyfish one for me.
Do you know what what's the width or lug to lug on those?
It's not big. I know it wears smaller than you would think. Small for a G-Shock. Because a lot of G-Shocks were, kind of bigger. That's another one I had in high school too. A lot was like G-Shock, like freestyle stuff like that. I don't know if no freestyle watches, the surf watch.
I need a new G-Shock, to be honest with you, because I didn't think I would want to get another one, but I just need something to work out in. I mean, I have like beater watches, but I don't want to work. I want to work out. You need like a digital watch to work out in, because you're going to be, giving it a lot of shake, shock. So that's why I guess I call them G-Shock. It's exactly what they're for, right?
Oh yeah. I think you'd be able to fit a Casio pretty good.
I might even be able to get a female one. Like I got a neighbor that has a female one, and honestly, it's not a bad size because they're still a little bit big, I had full-size G-Shocks in the past, but I think back then too, chunky watches were kind of in. So I appreciated that it was big, but nowadays, I mean, this is big on me too. I mean, this is 43.4 millimeters. It don't look so bad.
Casio is definitely smaller than that, or smaller than that.
I can pull it off, I guess, right?
Oh yeah, and you can get there's any color. Clam Walker said his first watch was a used Swatch. I like Swatch. I've had one Swatch back in the day.
Swatches are great. I have yet to own one, but I check them out. Every time I'm at the airport, they have them, and I go and I check them out.
They have a lot of cool different designs.
A camo Casio, Walker says. That'd be cool. What's the metal one? They have one that's like in a metal case now, don't they?
That, or I think it might be an aftermarket thing that you can get for them. I think you can buy that altogether. The Casio itself is only like $100.
So they're really pushing like that Royal Oak look. Yeah. That's what the metal aftermarket case is going for.
Somebody came out with it I don't think it's G-Shock or original G-Shock equipment.
Maybe that's going too far.
quote me if I'm wrong down there, guys, but I think it is aftermarket. Yeah, that's the mod, is what Clam Walker's saying. But you can get that, and it'll look just like a kind of a Casio or a what's it called, AP from afar, probably.
What's the I don't know if you said earlier, but what's the next piece you're planning on buying? Do you have anything?
I've been kind of, like I said, downsizing a lot. The main one I really have left now is, of course, I have all my little beater watches, my Casios and stuff like that. The G-Shock, the all-metal G-Shock I still have, and the Monster. I've been kind of downsizing a lot and trying to make more of a concise collection. I kind of want the Zen 856 that I reviewed a while back. You remember that one? The no numerals, it's like 38.5, but it wears closer to like 40 mil.
Let me check it out. I'm thinking of one, but I don't know if it's the one. Oh, okay. It's kind of like a field watch?
No, I don't know if I'm considered a field watch. It might be considered a field watch. Kind of a sports watch, I guess. It's got the H-link bracelet.
And does it has like kind of like a brushed, like an entire brushed case, or?
I want the non numerals version. They have like one with numbers on it, and then one with.
Oh, I see. Does it have a red second hand?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's really sharp, actually.
And for the money, I mean, you can't really beat it. Brand new, like $1,500.
I hear good things about that brand. I've never handled one. I know Bobby Legs has one, and he really loves it.
So that'll probably be my next one, because I've had the 104. Of course, I had that for a while.
It's a German watch, right?
Yeah, and I had U1. I kind of missed the U1, but I'll probably buy this one first because I feel like it's more versatile, kind of everyday kind of watch.
Would you say it's 43 millimeters?
I know it's actually 38 and a half, I believe.
What is this one?
20 mil lugs.
Because this one looks like it's a smaller size, like you're saying.
If you look on Watch Buys, I think Watch Buys has it.
I'll type it in here.
But Watch Buys has them for about $1,500. Of course, they're monopolized here in the U.S. They own all the German brands, which I noticed they stopped carrying Fortis. I was looking on their website a while back.
Here, I think this is it. Sin. It's the Sin. Which one?
856 on the H-Link
856. And okay, so you're not going to look. There's a black one that's showing up here too.
Mm-hmm.
But you're looking at.
I believe it's the 856.
I don't think they have one showing up right here. There's an 856. That one's on leather though.
They have like the numbers down, and they have the non-numbers down.
They're pretty sharp though.
Yeah. Claim Walker's asking, anyone been to National Watch and Clock Museum in PA? I've never been up that way.
No. Is it a big operation, or I've never even heard of it?
I'm assuming that must be where the Hamilton factory used to be up there. Didn't the Hamilton factory used to be up in PA?
Let me pull it up really quick. Is the National
Watch and Clock Museum.
Watch, and I'm curious because my family doesn't live far from there, so.
6 Killer saying the Casio measurement is 48.5 by 5. Oh, wait, 48.5 by 45.5, 11.8 millimeters. Weighs 51 grams.
48 by 45. So it's 48 lug to lug, 45 with. That's actually pretty good measurement.
I think it would fit you. I think it's smaller than the
48. I think anything under 50 I can get away with because I think my Seamaster is just at 50, and it's like the widest I'll pull off. Anything bigger than that's gonna maybe it won't hang over, but like 2 millimeters more would be hanging over, be too much. But
I think it definitely wears smaller than the Seiko even that you're wearing now.
I think that a G-Shock too, you can get away with wearing it a little bit bigger as well, just because the style of watch, it's just something different about a G-Shock. Do you expect a G-Shock to be a little bit larger? It's supposed to be a kind of chunky watch. But I think you can get away with that. And they're usually, the thing is that it's a solid color too. So you have, whereas this, say it's, you have your silver, then you have black. I guess it's the same if it's a silver band too. It wouldn't be much different. But, you have, even if it was a silver band, a lot of times you have a different colored bezel and dial. So like, I don't know. I feel like when they're solid color, it looks more like a bracelet, and it kind of just wraps the wrist around, and it blends in a little better. I feel like I'm wrong about that, but that's just
Rich over at Saltzman's too is a AD for G-Shock. The one that I work with all the time. He sells a bunch of G-Shock too.
Give me a good deal.
We'll have to talk offline there.
I do need a G-Shock at some point though, because you know what it is. I think when you wear watches so much, do you ever just kind of feel naked if you don't have a watch on? I hate not having a watch on now. Like even if I'm going to the gym, I sleep with. Do you sleep with a watch on?
Yeah, my girlfriend drives her crazy.
I have to have one. Well, that's the part where I'm a hypocrite. I used to get mad at my wife when she was my girlfriend for wearing a watch to bed because I was afraid it would hit me and stuff. But now I can't sleep without a watch. I need that loom. I gotta know what time it is.
Yeah, because I'll wake up when I'm sleeping at nighttime, I'm usually working during the nighttime, but even during the day, I keep my room like dark when I'm sleeping. So I like to wake, I'll wake up like odd times of the day or whatever. I'm like you, I like to see what time it is. Like I'll wake up, get that loom.
Because if you don't know what time it is too, you might think it's later and then you start waking yourself up officially, but you might not. You might have like 4 more hours of sleep. So if you could check quick, you know to like not let yourself fully wake up. That's how it works for me, because I wake up in the middle of the night all the time. I guess the older you get, the harder it is to stay asleep all night. So,
I'm definitely realizing that now. Especially working nighttime, man. I use lots of caffeine, lots of Monster.
Oh, same here, man. I drink caffeine all day. I probably shouldn't drink as much, but I have to. Like, I'm the type of person that I need that little zip. I need that little Otherwise, I'll be maybe it's an ADD thing. Maybe I'm using the caffeine as ADD medication pretty much because it gives me that little boost of energy to keep me motivated. Otherwise, I'll be all over the place. So yeah.
But yeah, I definitely think about getting, like I said, his and hers, the Casio. She likes the pink one they just came out with. I'll probably get the jellyfish. They have like a clear one.
I want to look that up. I've never seen the jellyfish one. Let me check it out really quick. Is it called the jellyfish?
I don't think Casio actually calls it. It's just one of those watch nerd things. You know how we dub everything.
Like there. Oh wow. Does it have like a rainbow?
That one is a limited edition one. They have
cool.
They have a regular dial too that I'm looking at. The regular dial is like $100. The limited edition I think is like $600 or $700.
Oh, that's really neat. Now, how do you think that'll hold up? The only problem I have with things that are clear is I feel like they start to turn like, because my wife had a G-Shock Baby G, and the clasp was one of those made out of the clear material, and it kind of started getting like a brownish yellow. That's the only thing I'd be worried about with that one.
Yeah. I think G-Shock would hold up because they're pretty durable, tough watches.
They're like super durable.
They're built to last. I don't think you'd have anything to worry about.
No.
Clam Walker's asking. He says, if you have a Breitling AD, what's the play? If he's got 5K and he wants more than a mod and ETA movement, you could go for the Super Ocean Heritage like I had, because that actually had the Tudor movement in it, Clam Walker, and you can probably. You might even be able to talk them into a discount with the mesh bracelet, or with even the regular bracelets they have on there, or the regular straps they have on the Super Ocean Heritage are pretty nice.
Is that what he's looking for? Is a Super Ocean?
I don't know if that's what he's looking for, but he said he's got $5,000 to play with, I guess, and he's got the Breitling AD, and he doesn't want a modded ETA. So I would say the Super Ocean would be the best bet, wouldn't you, with the Tudor movement?
I mean, what does the Navitimers have in it? He's not interested in like a Navitimer 01.
I don't think you can get one of those for around $5,000 though. I think those are a little bit pricier.
Are they up there?
Yeah.
I've never seriously looked to buy one. I've tried them on a few times, but I mean the Super Ocean's pretty awesome.
42, yeah, you can go for the 42 mil Super Ocean Heritage. Whatever color you want to get, Clam Walker is definitely a great classy diver too. I mean, it's really versatile too. Like you can kind of dress it down or dress it up, you know.
What are the color options? I know it comes in blue, but what other? There's probably black.
Blue,
I'm guessing.
Yeah, they have black, which is probably the most versatile color. They have. I wanted to say they did used to have, whether it's still made or not, they used to have a white color, but the only ones I'm seeing lately on the websites are blue and black. And I definitely say that. And again, by the way, Clam Walker, get a hold of Rich over at Saltzman's and tell him I sent you. He might be able to work a decent discount with you. And they're an authorized dealer, and they will ship anywhere in the U.S. if that's what you're looking for, Clam Walker.
Hooking it up here on the stream.
I bring Rich. I mean, Rich has helped the channel out a lot, man. He sends pieces in. Like I think he's talking about, which I actually picked a Movado out. Believe it or not, there's a chrono that he's going to send next. It's a chronograph that not a lot of people have seen.
A Movado. Ooh, what happened? Am I in here alone? Did he leave? I don't know if Chris. I think we lost Chris here. I don't know if he's going to be coming back, but
oh, I'm back. Sorry.
There you go.
My phone for some reason does that after so long.
I had nothing, Chris. I was going to try to entertain people who are still here. Deer in headlights, man. I had nothing. I was like,
sorry, sorry about that. My phone.
I didn't know what was going on for a second. I'm like, wait a minute. Could he come back in?
Yeah, that was me. Sorry. But my phone does that. But yeah, Rich, like I said, he's sending that in next, and then I think they might send in one of the new PRX because I think they just started carrying TISA. So I get to check out one of the PRX, and definitely worth the 80 price. Like I said, if you can get a discount on it, Clam, I would go that route. Like I said, get a hold of Rich over at Saltzman's Watches. I definitely recommend him. Tell him I sent you, Clam Walker.
Trying to get the fan on in here. So let me know if it's loud and you get any interference. It's just a little hot here in California, and I got to get some air. Can you hear the fan? Is that annoying?
No, you're good, bud.
All right, good. Oh, that's so much better. Sorry, again, it's getting hot days in the summer, man.
I definitely agree with JCB. If you can stretch and negotiate and maybe try for a Navitimer, that's going to be another $1,000 or so, probably extra.
Underachieving Watch Collection says Chris is lost in the YouTubes.
Nah, I'm back.
You can't leave me like that. You know I get anxiety.
Sorry about that, bud.
No, just kidding. I'm fine.
But yeah, my phone does that after so long for some reason.
What happened? It just like I just booted you out, or?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know what the deal is with that. But yeah, I definitely recommend, like I said, either the Navitimer if you can stretch it, or the Super Ocean Heritage. Would that be the route that you would go, James?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like those are kind of, you know, if you're not doing the Navitimer, you know, I feel like the Super Ocean's the next, you know, big piece in that line. Wouldn't you say, or is there anything I'm missing? I'm not super familiar with Breitling. I mean, I've studied up on the
most their other ones are ETA based, I think, modified by Breitling.
Yeah, I feel like when you're spending that kind of money, you want something that's. I personally want something that is like a little bit more in-house by the company, you know. I prefer to. I mean, because they're expensive, they're not cheap, but.
And if you could try on all the different ones there locally, Clam, definitely, like I said, I keep pulling Rich's name out, but go try them on, see which one you like the best. I hate to take away from the other AD there, but he's hooked up the channel a lot, so I definitely recommend going his route, and he'll probably be able to hook you up with a decent discount too. So,
what are you working on, Chris? What's your next video you're editing?
Probably gonna do the I've got a Boulder Adventure GMT to work on, and another another diving armor. This one kind of looks like the diving armor has the crown at the 12 o'clock, kind of like that. You remember when that one micro brand that had that, the ZRC or something like that? I think it was.
It was what was it at the crown? It was a crown at the what?
The 12.
I mean, I'm trying to remember what it was. What color was the watch?
The ZRC was like black dial, blue dial.
I don't think I saw the ZRC.
I'll send you a picture of this one. This one's pretty cool. It's another diving armor like the 56 I had, but it's a different design. They're part of the Pont V's family lineup.
Did you start editing it already, or you?
No. I just gotta film those, and then of course the Charlotte trip is still loading. For some reason, it's stuck on YouTube.
We'll get that in a few weeks. It'll what percent did you say it's up to? Like 90?
It's like 99 right now.
It's got to be error. There's got to be an error or something like that. Is there any other way you can? Is there any other way you could get the file somewhere else to upload it? Maybe like I don't know, like somewhere. Well, you probably don't want to log into your YouTube just anywhere. Yeah, do you have like a tablet or something like that?
No, I don't really have any of those. Like I said, I've been trying to probably invest in a laptop just for live streaming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I'm working on this one right here. I don't know if you could see that. It's the I don't know if that's coming in, but there's the Belova Accutron.
Okay.
It's the Space View, and this thing's wild. It has this big turbine spin in here. Of course, you have that smooth sweeping second hand. This is the one I'm just dragging my feet on forever. I have all the clips in there, but I narrate my videos, you know that, so I don't like do it on the fly unless it's an unboxing or a short where I show the just a wrist shot. I just like to narrate it. I have fun editing. It's part of what I like the most. So I'm dragging my feet right in the script on this one. It's complicated because it's weird movement.
Feldmar?
Yeah, that's actually at Feldmar. Who knows? Maybe one day they'll let me take some to this, like my studio space here and film here, so I could get, you know, a little bit more controlled lighting and some outdoor shots. But you know, as of right now, we're just doing it where I go in there, which I'm super thankful of because they have pieces I could never have access to on my own. You know, like this is like a $4,000 watch, I think. I've always been intrigued by this one. It's neat looking. It's different. It's big. It's a big watch, but it's, you know, the type of movement it has, it's its own thing. So I feel like this watch, you can get away with it being big, even with a small wrist like mine, because I feel like it's a showpiece. It's a watch for people that love watches, you know, because there's so much to talk about. You have that, there's like these generators that spin and they create electrical current and it sends it from one generator to another. It's really crazy. I studied up on it.
If I remember the history on that, I think TGV had a while back that it was like held back by the CIA or NSA or something like that because of the technology that was in it before they didn't went below it to release it or something.
I have to go back and watch. I did watch that video a long time ago, but it was a while back. So that's crazy. I gotta go back and watch.
I think it was like the technology at the time. I guess I didn't know if it was like something to do with what they used, like in their communications or whatever.
That sounds pretty wild. I gotta go back. TGV does such big, long. He knows everything about watches. So like his videos are very long, and he gets really into detail. I mean that one's just taken me a while too, because it's so different that I have to like learn about. I have let me see. I have over here somewhere. I was probably not gonna be able to find it, but I've been making like a little diagram about it, like just to learn. There's an accumulator and an inductor motor. There's twin electrostatic inductor generators. I got to reread this. I took notes because it's like writing a school paper. You know what I mean? You have to go on, surf the internet, and find out a little bit of how this thing works, so I can make a video and kind of explain like this is what's going on here. Because I have no damn idea. I got to learn on the spot. I film it. I get a general idea of the watch, how it works. I know what to film. Then I go to the place, I film it, and then I come home and I got to put the pieces together and try to write a script so I can, just get something clean out there. People don't want to hear me stutter because I'll be stuttering like crazy. And then, I think it's important to put your personality out there in videos, but I don't really with my watch videos, I don't really put my personality out there at all. And I think that's because I put so much of that out there in my VR channel because I'm being such an idiot in those videos. I'm such a goof in those videos. I'm not being serious at all. So I think that's why I'm kind of, I don't know, but maybe I'll start streaming a little more here and there down the road if I feel comfortable with it.
Definitely. I'll come on your channel if you want to do some more live streams on the watch channel.
Yeah, I'd love. I don't think I even can yet. How many? I think you need 1,000 subscribers to live stream.
Is it 1,000?
I think so. I don't know. Maybe not. Is that part of one of the perks?
It might be. Yeah, it might be where once you start monetizing, I think maybe you have the option to do that.
Yeah, I'm still half off.
I'm
growing
pretty fast though.
Yeah, it's doing all right. I'm pretty happy with the growth. Thank you. I really appreciate that, Walker. I'll sub you back. And if I'm not already subbed you, I probably am subbed you though. I'll check.
I don't think he has a channel. He's a pretty good enthusiast. He's watches like a lot of the live streams everybody's on.
Gotcha.
Comments. Yeah.
Yeah, I always try to check to see who has channels and stuff like that. I like that it's a separate watch channel too, because now I subscribe to watch people on the watch channel. So like when I click over to that second channel, everything's organized there, because the other channel's so old that I have subscriptions from so many different categories of things that YouTube's not good at showing me what I want to see. So like over there, now I can get everybody's videos.
I have so many different subscriptions too on this channel. I have like, I don't know, thousands of different subscriptions, like military stuff. Like
how long have you had your channel now, Chris?
I've had mine almost about 2 years now. I'm gonna say.
Let me check.
It's been like 2.5 years, something like that.
Time's flying by. Like you've come so far. You know what I mean? Like, if you ever go back and look at your first videos to now, you've grown so much.
Yeah.
Just the stuff you've learned a lot.
Oh yeah.
Throughout the time you've been doing it, because you kind of get like a little bit of a film video education through being a YouTuber, because your thumbnails are so different now than when you first started.
Oh yeah, I didn't even used to have thumbnails at all.
No, like now you have really good thumbnails. You have lighting now.
Yeah, you've been a big help. You and my buddy Alex over at 1010 Talk. I don't know. I'm sure you're probably subscribed to his channel.
I mean, you've done it all yourself though. Really, because you put the time and the work in, and you got really good at speaking to the camera. Those are things that it takes, I think, time and just putting in the work to get comfortable with and to learn. But you've definitely grown a lot, and you should be really proud of yourself, man.
Thanks.
I've watched a lot of people through the years create YouTube channels, and a lot of times they do it for a couple months and then they stop because it gets discouraging. But you kept going, so it's pretty cool.
I'll probably keep doing it no matter how big it gets, just because I like seeing all the different watches, talking to people like you. Like-minded friends that are just into the same hobby. Like I said, my girlfriend and all them here, She'll listen to me. She's a trooper. She'll listen, probably like your wife does. She'll listen to you kind of like blab on about different stuff.
Oh yeah.
She's just like, oh yeah, I wish you would shut up, probably.
Well, that's I think why it's important too, because you find a community of people that are into the same things you are. So it's like, well, it's the same thing with my virtual reality. That's why I created a YouTube virtual reality channel, because I was chewing everybody's ear off. I was so excited about VR like a little kid, and nobody really gave a crap. So, I formed a YouTube channel talking about it, and then people found it that were just as excited about it. And that's how it is with watches, and it's good to have an outlet to really dig into your hobbies. And I think your channel is going to grow a lot more though, too.
And I've been able to, like I said, see all kind of different cool pieces that I otherwise would have never been able to see. Like I got to hold a couple of my Gr8 watches that I never thought I'd be able to check out in person too, So it's pretty cool.
For sure. Yeah. You've definitely had a lot of watches come through. You keep a steady stream coming through. There's been a few times for me where it's dried out. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'm getting, and you've actually helped me out a lot there too. There's been times where my stream of watches kind of dried out here and there, because I know my cousin Sammy was sending me, because he had a huge collection. He was keeping me going for a while, but then he kind of started selling his watches off, and that chilled out a little. But then you kind of kept me going for a while too. You'd send me some watches here and there, and then things got crazy with VR during Christmas, so I kind of pulled back a little. But luckily I got set up with Feldmar, and that's been a big help too. And you're still sending pieces here and there. I send you pieces here and there when I can.
And that's cool that you got Feldmar right there. You can always go there and film all kind of different pieces too.
Yeah, they're really great there. They're really cool people. I tried to set, I didn't set them up. They knew a guy. Oh, what's that one guy's name? He's really good. He's a new YouTuber. He's not new. He's been around for a little while, but he's really hitting the scene hard. Oh God, I wish I could remember his name right now. He does really good reviews, very well edited. Oh, if you said his name, I'd remember. Let me see. I'm going to find him. Hold on.
Is he up your way in LA?
Yes. You know what? I'm going to go into, I think I have him in my watch later playlist. Really good. But they were telling me they knew who he was. And I told them, hey, yeah, you want to get this guy in there, because he does exquisite work, and he'd be a really good get. Watch later. Let me see if I can find him. Darn it.
And the thing about that is, that's like free advertising for them, and then that's like content for us too. So that kind of works out. You know what I mean?
Oh, I mean, absolutely. Oh, here he is. Brandon Menancino.
I don't think I know the name. I'll have to.
It's Brandon Menancio. And no one's checked him out, check him out. He's only got, let me see, he's got 10,000 subscribers already. Okay, he started his channel started in 2013, but he's only been making watch videos here not that long ago. He started making videos like a year ago. He has nothing, but he's only has like, I don't know, 16, 17 videos, but everything he puts out, Brandon Menancio, Menancio, sorry if I'm butchering it, but everything he puts out is just amazing. So I mentioned him. I don't remember how he came up, but I was talking to the guy I talked to at Feldmar, and I said, oh yeah, this one guy's really good. I think it's because I filmed a video at Feldmar and I posted it, and he actually commented on one of my videos, and I was like, oh, this guy's great. That's cool. He commented on my video. I'm really a big fan of his. So I mentioned that to Feldmar, and then they said, oh, I know that guy. And I said, yeah, you guys should totally get him in here for some reviews, because he'd be a really good get. He does great work. And he actually contacted me afterward, and he said that he's talked to them since then. I guess he's going to be filming with Feldmar too, so that'll be cool.
Cool.
Yeah, man.
Awesome, man. Awesome. And definitely have to, like I say, you got to check out Saltzman's. Get a hold of Rich. He'll probably be able to send you some pieces in too.
Yeah, man.
Because he works with a lot of different channels.
How do I get a hold of? Wait, what says?
It's Saltzman's Newport. I'll give you his Instagram.
Yeah, just send me a link to him, and I'll contact him. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's been really, like I said, he's been really cool. He'll send in, like I said, he'll have a piece or two ready to send out once I'm done with, like, I got to ship him back to Oris, and once I'm done with a piece, he'll send me back another piece. So he's been very cool.
That's a company I want to check out too, is Oris. I really I wanted to take a look at those new, where they have the cotton candy bronze. What do you think of that?
They're pretty cool. I mean, it's not something that I would probably personally wear.
No, it's a little bit too themed. I mean, but I just wanted to review it. I've never really
cool.
Yeah.
And it'd probably be cool to film too, because
that's the thing. It'd be a fun shoot because it's different. I handled it. The bronze has like almost a tarnish look to it already right off the bat. It has some like patina to it right off the top, so it's pretty interesting. Thin piece.
Definitely, they're definitely pretty cool. I do like the Diver 65 lineup.
Yeah,
so
it's a nice one.
Pretty cool lineup. I actually had Sam, your cousin Sam, sent his in a while back. That was like one of the first watches I filmed.
Oh, really?
That blue one he had.
I gotta contact him. I haven't talked to him in a while. I wonder what.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, I know he got remarried. I don't know what's up with his watch
game too much lately. I don't think.
No, he hasn't been on the forum.
No.
Are you still active on the?
I'm somewhat. I'm trying to get more active on the Facebook forums than I was. I was staying away. I'm doing a little more on Instagram because I think the Instagram kind of helps grow the channel a little bit too. Well,
your Watch Lounge Facebook page is pretty popular, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about close to 1,000 people on there.
It's going up.
Yeah.
So that's pretty neat.
I've got Ross and Jorge are moderators on there. They help me out on there too. So I actually got to meet up with Ross when we went to Charlotte, which is pretty cool. It's cool to get to meet up with people, in person finally. Since everything's opening back up now.
It's always nice to be able to meet people in person. I haven't been to a watch meetup in so long. I used to go to the micro brands. Got to meet the guys over at Notice Watches. They're really cool. I miss that kind of stuff, Start to go crazy staying in the house all the time.
Yeah. Random Rob's talking about, which is funny because I was planning on being up there at the same time that they're going to be there for around my birthday, actually in November. My buddy Jason's got us a couple suites booked already in Vegas, which will be my first time out there. So one for me and my girlfriend, one for him and his woman. And
that'll be fun.
Brandon Rob's talking about doing a meetup literally the same week we're there. So hopefully might get to meet up with all those guys too.
Oh, that'd be cool. Rob. I wouldn't mind trying to go to that. It's not too far. I mean, I'm like
not that far from you.
3-4 hours away. I could get to Vegas.
Hotels aren't really that expensive over there either, I don't think.
No, they give you sometimes they give you hotels for dirt cheap. They just want you to get in there so you gamble.
Yeah. But so hopefully I'll be able to make that. That should be pretty fun. I was talking to I talked to Roman about it a little bit. I think he might be interested, and I talked to Rob's definitely interested. Maybe next summer, about another year from now, sometime maybe hosting like a YouTube watch, like meet your favorite kind of YouTube watch kind of thing here at Myrtle Beach. And I feel like a lot of people would, take their family. They could do a family vacation, whatever, while they're here.
That's a smart idea because, the watch community I don't feel like it's done that too much. I feel like every other YouTube community has done like a lot of meetups and stuff like that. But I feel like what's weird is I just feel like the watch YouTube community started later than a lot of other topics on YouTube. Because I feel like it really started back with TGV and who's the other guy you said just ended a stream?
Random Rob?
No. The guy he's the actor. Archie Luxury. Like back in the day, there was like TGV, Archie Luxury, and only a few people. And I feel like then a lot of other channels sprouted after that. But surprisingly, like YouTube had been around for a long time already at that point when TGV even started. So it's like I wonder why there wasn't like a big watch community before that, like in 2010 to 2005, 2007, 8, 9.
Because what brought it to my attention was thinking because here we have a thing called, I'm into Mustangs. I used to go every year. We have Mustang Week here. And basically a lot of they moved it to September, so it's not as hot now. But a lot of people use that as a chance to take their family on vacation, and they do all the Mustang. They go to car shows, they go to the drag strip, they go to the racetrack, stuff like that, and do all that stuff while they're here on vacation too. So I figured why not do like a watch kind of meet up here.
It'd be a great place. I think it'd be a really fun event too. People get to know each other a little bit more.
Especially if it's promoted by like some of the bigger channels, like Rob or Bruce. I haven't talked to Bruce too much about it, which I'm sure he'd be interested, especially if Rob is. And talk to Roman. I think Roman might be interested. Hopefully he can get fit in his busy schedule. Because I think a lot of people would like to meet him. He's pretty cool. So
he seems like he's a pretty cool guy. I watched the video when you were you came on his stream and you guys were talking a little bit. He seems like a really nice guy. I bet
yeah.
you know, if you talk to him.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's pretty cool. Pretty laid
Yeah.
back. So, and then I got looking for sponsors. I think Rich said they might be down for sponsor, and I might be able to get Roman to sponsor it as well. Because I mean, you're talking to rent like a convention center or something big enough would be kind of expensive. You know what I mean? That or it depends on how many people would come. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know how many people would come, how many days it would be for. You know, I mean, still kind of.
What kind of a setup would it be in the convention center? Like, what would how would that work?
Probably just have like somebody cater food, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Drinks, and then have like set up where maybe like Roman would bring watches, or like Salzman's would bring a couple. You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Right.
Kind of like a car show kind of thing, but with like watches or whatever, I guess.
I think that'd be a lot of fun. I think a lot of people would like that. And maybe just people in the area would just show up too, you know, locals to, you know, learn a little bit more about watch. My watch channel is the Great Gambino Watch Reviews. I think, God, it's pretty bad. I don't know the name of my own channel.
Yeah,
Hold on.
that's it.
That's it. Okay, yeah. I knew it's the Great Gambino Watch or Watches or Watch Reviews. I have two channels, so it's not my main channel. Great Gambino Watch Reviews, yeah.
What's up, George? Buddy George, you seen him on my live stream before?
Oh yeah. Hey George.
But
Chris got me on here. I came on.
Yeah, he actually came on tonight.
I'm normally too scared to come on, but I think because I was already talking watches with somebody for the last couple hours that I was already in watch talking mode. So you know, and I've been streaming every day on TikTok to try to kind of just get a little bit more relaxed. You know, you get nervous going on live. It's a weird thing is I've done YouTube for half my life at this point. It's been 16 years. It's almost half my life. And it's crazy though, because like I haven't done much live. I just haven't, you know, everything's edited that I do. I'm just so used to doing it that way. Coming from film school, I edit everything. And so, you know, I say things and I cut out what I don't like, leave what I do. And then it makes you kind of nervous to go on live. But I told myself, you know, this year, I said that, you know, I have had headaches for the last like 8 years, and I thought something was wrong with me. And this is a little off topic, but I went and got an MRI. I thought I had something in my brain. I thought I had a tumor or something. I was really scared. I just kept quiet about it. But I got an MRI recently, and I'm good. Everything's clear.
That's good.
The crazy thing is the headaches went away afterwards. I don't know if it was a mental thing, but either way, I told myself if everything's clear, I want to just start pushing forward and not be so nervous. And I told myself I'm going to stream on TikTok every day for 6 months to get comfortable streaming. And that's what I did. I started doing that in today's day, like 24 or whatever. So I might have said that at the beginning of the stream, but
it's one of those things like the more you do it, the more comfortable you get too, you know what I mean?
Exactly. And you know, it's that type of stream too. You talk about everything and anything. It's not like there's really no topic. So I guess I have to go off the top. And I tell you what, I really like it. I do it every day at 1 o'clock on TikTok. It's under the Great Gambino on TikTok. And I just talk. I talk crypto, watches, anything. And you know, it's made me more comfortable because I realized how much I actually like it and how nice people are too. That's another thing. Like these are young people. They're so nice. They're sweet to me. They're friendly. They're thankful to have a conversation with someone. And doing that's definitely made me more comfortable. And so that's why I feel like a little bit more comfortable getting on here and talking now. That's why I decided to put the camera on. Because I know you said that we'll probably just do avatars, but I literally just put the camera on because I just wanted to put it all.
Yeah.
You know, get
Thanks,
more
George.
comfortable.
Appreciate it, bud. We'll have to get you guys on together sometime, George and you, James.
That I've never done. 3-way stream. Nope. I got to go practice all over again in another way. I'm not ready for it.
I got you.
I'm just kidding. I'll do it. That'd be cool. You know, I'll be honest though. I'm a little intimidated to go on to Bobby Legs' stream because I watch the stream sometimes and I don't have a damn clue what some of the watches they're talking about are. And I want to go on, but I'm like, I'm going to be an idiot. I'm not going to know. I have no idea what they're talking about. They're talking about all these watches and it's like,
I know most of them, but some of them
I'm going to be lost.
They are on like a whole nother level there.
That's why, like, I think I might have to just go and talk to Bobby Legs because that way I can dumb it down. Not that he's dumb. I'm dumb, but he'll go at my level for me. He could slow down at my slow pace. And, but if he usually has like 3 other guys. So I'd be like, I'm the one guy that doesn't know what the hell he's talking about out of here.
They've got some pretty big budgets there. They're all cool guys though.
Yeah, I noticed some of the mics they have.
Colin and all in there.
I think I saw someone had an SM7B microphone, which is like what Joe Rogan has. Like one dude has like the most official podcast mic you could have.
I've had Almin on here before. Almin's pretty cool. You've seen him on my channel before.
Oh yeah.
Well, they've
I've seen a lot of regulars.
Colin's got some pretty nice watches. He's got my dream watch, the VC, the overseas, the 3-hander, the 3rd gen. That would be my probably be my end all. I doubt there would actually be an end all watch for watch collecting for me. But if I had to stop collecting watches and I could only pick one to have, that would be it probably.
Yeah, there's no end. There's no way. It's I think that addiction, you get the watch, you enjoy it, but I think we're always going to chase that honeymoon stage no matter what, you know?
Because it's like once you get it, it's like, oh, well, now I have it. It's like, now what, you know?
It does something for you too, though. You know, when you get your watch, that first couple of weeks, you're like on cloud 9. You like keep looking down at it. Like I'm still like that with this Samurai right now. I'm always looking down. It's just a Samurai, but I'm looking down at it, playing with the bezel. I'm changing the strap out constantly for whatever I have in the box over there. And you know, in a few weeks, it's going to fade out. I'm like, okay, maybe I'll get that monster. You know, I don't know. But that's also when we sell. So
you on a Seiko kick now?
Yeah. You know, it's funny. I watched Bruce Williams recently, and he was mentioning that, you know, he was done with Seiko, but he's like, oh, here I am. I bought another Seiko. And he says he got pulled back in. I think that happens. You know, Seiko's like Seiko's in a way like Rolex as far as not the quality, but as far as the love it has. You know, it's there's so much in that line that people love that it's hard to never buy a Seiko again if you like Seiko, because I don't know, it just fits a need. I'm not worried about this watch, but I appreciate this watch. You know, it's the perfect. It's okay if I bump it into something, but I still love it, and I put it on all the time. I feel like I always have to have at least one Seiko. I have 2 Seikos now, but I feel like I always have to have like one dive watch Seiko, just because I don't know, the lack of anything else. The big hands and the bright lume is just great at nighttime. You know, I don't like sleeping with my Seamaster on. It's especially the Speedy, because I don't want to scratch that Hesalite.
Thanks for the super chat, Clam Walker. I appreciate it, bud. It's a $5 super chat.
Oh wow, that was cool of him.
But yeah, I feel like the Seiko, like, it doesn't matter what kind of collector you are, whether you're at the higher tier or the lower tier. I feel like there's always some kind of Seiko in anybody's collection almost. I feel like
it's just a fun brand, you know. It's just fun.
And they make literally, I think it was who was it? Teddy Baldessar just did a video on a Seiko. They make literally like every kind of watch you can pretty much want to. Like, if you want to collect just one brand, right? Like, you can talk like hours and hours just about like Seiko as a brand.
Yeah, you could literally just have Seiko watches. I mean, you have your Grand Seiko if you really want to go crazy, but you also have Cocktail Timer if you want something, you know, to wear to a dinner. Then you have your divers, you have field. They have everything, you know, and they have so much of everything. And of course, now they have their Seiko 5 line, which is nice entry level for anyone. And they've really upped it with that SKX design. But one thing that's weird, though, with this Samurai I've noticed, and I've noticed this on other Seikos, is I had the black ion plate version, the SPB 55 or whatever, and the bezel was really smooth and clean, clicky. And this one here, it's a good bezel, but it has more of a hollow click, I'm noticing. It's not...
Maybe, I don't know, maybe is one made in... No, they have like a Chinese factory and one Japanese factory.
Oh, I think there's Malaysia, and then this Malaysia. I mean, it's hard for me to tell, but
I don't know if that's the difference or not.
It could be, and I don't know. Maybe the coating, the ion coating that was on the other one, maybe that added a little bit of made it slightly tighter together because everything was coated, the bezel and the case. So maybe like there was a little, you know, less spacing to spin it. I don't know, but I've definitely noticed that this one has a different feel on the bezel when I spin it. Rolex business model right now.
He said, George said the Explorer would be his end all for now. And then he was saying although the Rolex business model right now has been turned off to them. I think they have a lot of people turned off to them.
Yeah, I feel like the watch community is getting a little bit ticked off. And we just want to buy their watches, you know. It's not like we hate the brand. We'd like to buy one, you know. I mean, most of us can't buy a Submariner. I guess you could, you know, if you go through the paces of getting it. But people get them. They get them. It's just you have to, you got schmooze. You got to get
That's
in there.
one of those things. Like I'm not really worried about. Like, yeah, I would like to have one or love to have one, but if I never get one, I'm not really. I mean, I had the vintage, of course. I had that vintage one a while back. But if I don't ever get one of the new ones, I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it, you know.
Right. I mean, someone commented on my Seamaster video. They said the other day, every time you look down at it, they said, and every time you look down at it, you're gonna wish it was a Submariner. I didn't respond to it. I just left the comment, but not really. I mean, I don't see it that way. Like, I feel like the Seamaster is so different than the modern Seamaster is so different than the Submariner. Like, I wouldn't compare the two. I feel like if I wanted, I could have both of them, and I'd appreciate them differently. The band's different, the dial's different, the case shape's different. You know, it has that extra helium release. There's a display case back. It's such a different watch that I wouldn't feel bad having them both. But you know, I guess people really love Rolex, so.
Oh yeah. And then
Omega's here.
Saying his Omega is his current. He's got a Seamaster. He just got two.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. Well, obviously, I'm kind of. I can't be too much of a fan because I'd be biased because I have two Omegas right now. But I like. I like everything though. You know what I mean? I mean, I love Rolex. I don't own a Rolex, but I love Rolex. I love Breitlings.
Breitling, I think, is getting a lot more recognition now that they have new ownership and they're starting to steer their company. I feel like in the right way.
When I go
to make more classy pieces, you know.
Here's what I like about Breitling, and I don't know, maybe other people's experience are different. I've gone to Rolex swap places and they don't care about me when I come in. Obviously, who the hell am I? But I go to Breitling and they'll talk to me for a long time. They'll let me look at whatever I want. They're very knowledgeable on everything. And it could be just the Breitlings I've gone to, but that's one thing I like about Breitling. Every time I've gone in, they're super helpful and they take time with me. You know what I mean? They make me feel like I want to shop here because they're giving me time and they're not treating me like I'm a piece of trash that just came in here that can't afford anything, you know?
See, that's one thing I can say. The local AD here, local leash, it's about half an hour drive, but they're Christopher's too. I've actually spoken with the owner over the phone a couple times because I was wanting to work some out where he'd come in and film. He's a pretty nice guy.
What's the watch place?
It's called Christopher's Jewelry, down on Polly's Island. But they were the ones that actually had the Sea Dweller that last time I went there. They actually had one in stock, and it's been pretty nice. Like, they let me try it on. You know,
I remember you sending that picture.
One lady always kind of, she recognizes me. So I don't know if I might try to build a relationship with them. You know, I just go in. They know I'm an enthusiast, of course, so they know I come in, check it out every couple months or so. I thought about going down there Monday, actually, see it. I doubt they have anything, but I don't really go, all the time. So I don't know. Like, maybe possibly get something from them. My buddy Josh locally here just bought one of the new Polar Explorer 2, the one that just got discontinued. He got it from them right before they were discontinued, like literally right before, like a month or two right before they were discontinued. He was able to pick one up from them, but he bought a 40 mil or 41 mil Datejust, something like that, I think, from them before that. And he also bought his wife's wedding ring and their jewelry and stuff from there. So he's kind of built a relationship from there. He's got
an in on that.
Yeah.
What micro brand? You said you wear your micro brand underachieving watches. What's your favorite micro brand? Tudor. Yeah, Tudors are great. I love Tudors.
I feel like I said that earlier today. I feel like Tudor is where Rolex used to be about 10 years ago.
I really got to get a Tudor at some point. That might be one of the next ones. I know I want a Grand Seiko, but the thing is, Tudor's a little bit more in the price range. Grand Seikos are getting more expensive.
The Black Bay 58, I feel like would fit you for perfect size.
Oh yeah, it'd be a great fit. I just love that. I wish they made a smaller version of the Black Bay Rose. I love that burgundy dial on it, man. That's my favorite color. It's still my favorite Tudor is the 41 millimeter. It's a little big. I could still wear it. I don't mind. I mean, it wouldn't be any bigger than my Seamaster, but I just love the color combination with the vintage style indices and everything. I'm a big fan of that one.
The Pelagos is really one that really surprised me. It wore really light for its size.
Well, that clasp is amazing too. Doesn't it have like a crazy clasp system that's like better than the rest?
Jorge's saying that's the tutor he's got. He's got the one with the red bezel.
Oh, you got that?
Yeah, he got that a while back.
I love it. They're harder to get now, especially the rose ones are really hard to get.
The one I used to have, yeah.
Oh, you had the rose?
Yeah, I had the rose, the black bezel.
Yeah, they're a little bit harder to find nowadays. They've gone up in price. So what he's saying?
The Armida and the
Borealis. Borealis is really good. We've taken Chris. You've sent me some Borealis, I think. Someone sent me a Borealis. I thought it was you.
I think I have. I got it from Rob.
I haven't. I'm a big fan of Zelos. Is it?
Zelos does good watches.
I think if I was gonna buy a micro brand, I'd buy one of those, man. They really give you the crazy presentation with that wooden box and the leather roll, and the loom is crazy.
For the money, you can't beat it either.
Yeah, and some of their pieces are like $350. Unbelievable.
If you get them on like the pre-order, like when they first launch, that's the best time to get them.
Then they jack up a lot. Quick. They go to like 700 real fast. Well, they're releasing crazy pieces now that have like heat treated cases. They're a little bit more expensive, but like they, how like Grand Seiko does like the heat treated secondhand that's like blued. They have entire cases that are like a combination of like a red and blue heat. I think it's heat treated. It's wild stuff.
And every time they release something, they're sold out usually really quick. It doesn't matter what it is. They sell out. They have like a cult following already.
I looked. Sam Simon sent me. He sent me a Zelos, maybe one or two. But then Bobby Legs sent me that titanium one that had the like teal dial. That was pretty impressive. I liked that one. Titanium case at that price range, you can't beat that.
Oh, definitely. Well, we're going on about an hour and a half. You about ready to call it a night?
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on. It's always great chatting with you.
Appreciate you coming on, man.
For sure. Thanks for everybody who joined.
Yeah, thanks everybody for coming in.
But appreciate it, guys. Have a good rest of your weekend, Chris, and everybody else.
Definitely have to do it again.
Talk to you guys later. Yeah, for sure.